know it's been a while. Real life just decided to take a front seat, and I needed to take care of things. Hey there, beautiful YouTube. I know it's been a while, but welcome back to Vintagely Yours. I mentioned a while ago that my Septembers and Octobers are normally really busy, and this year they were crazy busy. So I am just now getting back to film YouTube content. For my newer subscribers, I'm not normally this bad at getting content up on the internet, but modern life decided to take a front seat, and yeah, I was just busy with family and travel and a lot of stuff. So the reenacting season for 2024 is now over, and before we head into a long winter of research and teaching videos over here, I thought it would be nice to have one last hurrah and kind of talk about why I do what I do. It's been a year, but last September I was speaking with one of my good friends about where I was going with my career in reenacting and YouTube, and I really didn't have great answers for her, and that was embarrassing. So I did some soul searching and wrote some Facebook and Instagram posts. That has become kind of the basis of my new mission over here. Nothing's changed, but I've expanded on the mission of this YouTube channel and my reenacting career. So today I thought that I would go through my expanded checklist, kind of explaining from what I see as the greatest reason why I do what I do to the least. So I'm glad that y'all are here, and let's dive right in. My first reason is slightly controversial. I have a personal connection to World War II. The gentleman over my left shoulder is my maternal great-grandfather who served in France. And a part of my generation, I feel like, has come to know their World War II history from Hollywood and novels about the era. And that's often romanticized. And while I appreciate fiction, I love fiction in my normal life, I'm an avid reader, I think that tends to get romanticized. And we, as people who are living 80 years on, as Americans, we don't know what it's like to live in a world at war. And so I don't think we fully understand or we can comprehend what the men and women who served actually went through mentally and emotionally. They saw death and destruction at its ugliest form, and they had to prepare themselves as well as their family and friends to the possibility that they might die. And I don't think that's represented or thought about enough in our public conscience. The mental and emotional sacrifices of putting your life on hold for the time being, perhaps even permanently, can be discussed and thought about and never forgotten. My reason number 2 goes along with these lines. I personally believe that what we were fighting, us Americans were fighting, us allies were fighting during World War II was pure evil. And I think in the rush to tell the stories of our heroes from the war, remember the sacrifices that the soldiers went through, I think we tend to forget what it was like, what it must have felt like. I can't even imagine what it was like to be put on a cattle car and not know that you were going to Auschwitz or the other concentration camps. I don't think that we think about the horrors and the horrendous things that the Axis did are thought about. And I know that here I keep it light and fluffy. It's mainly the home front American stuff. I tend to focus on heroes, but I want you to know that I never forget the horrors that people in the world went through 80 years ago. Reason number 3 is also kind of personal one for me. So as I mentioned earlier, I had two great-grandfathers serving in World War II. This gentleman behind me had a fiance and then later a wife while he was serving, and my paternal grandfather, who unfortunately I don't have a photo of right now, had a wife and 3 small children. I think that Americans tend to focus on the glamour and the glory of the life of a service member during World War II. So we don't really think about what it must like to be a young mother alone on your own, trying to feed your 3 small children when you have rationed food. Like, I'm kind of curious, like, how do you work a tantrum over food that you can't change out? Like, how do you raise your family? How do you clothe them? We don't have rations on clothing, but we have restrictions. So I try to really put myself in my grandmother's shoes. I want to think about other women and other older men who were not allowed to enter the armed forces. Children, what were they thinking, doing, and feeling? And so that I can walk a mile in their shoes. Reason number 4 is moving away from kind of serious topics and kind of more personal, like more personal to me. I really love learning about cultures, ancient cultures, any cultures, and I feel like the American society of 80 years ago was vastly different, a completely different culture from the America that we live in today. And so I am fascinated by, wearing clothes that my great-grandmothers wore, fascinated by eating the food that they ate, reading the same things that they read, watching the same movies. It's just really fascinating, and it's one of my passionate hobbies. I'm getting passionate now. Reason number 5, I love people. I love sharing with people, and you get to do that at reenactments. You get to rub shoulders with more seasoned reenactors as well as the public, and you get to share the sparks of history that ignite your very soul with the public. And you can see, when you share with the public, you can see the sparks that ignited your passion in history, igniting the passion for history in theirs. It is the most beautiful thing a reenactor can see. And you also get to learn more from the more seasoned reenactors, history about camping. And finally, being a reenactor and being a YouTuber has pushed me creatively. When I decided to become a YouTuber, I had no knowledge whatsoever in anything technologically. If you know me in person, I have huge tech issues. Y'all know that about me. So I had to learn all of the stuff I learned. I had to learn how to operate a camera for filming, lighting. I had to learn how to edit videos on a computer, and I learned that from scratch. I don't have a degree in technological studies, and so I had to push myself out of my comfort zone, and I'm really proud of how far I've come. And yeah, it's just been a really wild ride, and I love making YouTube videos. The deadlines do stress me out because I'm an overthinker, but the actual process of sitting down and putting together a YouTube video is actually a huge passion of mine. I love it. I've grown to love it. So there y'all have it. The more expansive edition of kind of my mission statement for my career and where I'm going with the channel and my career as a reenactor. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, so thank you for sitting through that with me. And I know that I'm not really good at thanking my support group over here, my subscribers, and so I'm just going to take this time to welcome the new subscribers. I hope you enjoyed the channel, and So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed it and you like what you're seeing and that you will stick around. And to my older subscribers, thank you so much for your patience. I know that it's been a couple weeks since I've been on here, and we all know, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know I have so many problems with technology. I had problems with technology today. So your patience and support while I figure all of this out, I cannot even put into words how much you being here for all of that means to me. And likewise with the new subscribers, I'm still flabbergasted that y'all are excited and this is y'all's thing. But I'm really grateful to have a community, and I love all of y'all so much, like I can't even express it. That's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I will be seeing y'all in the next video, which will be a fun one. Bye!